So we need to find the circumference of 4 circles. I'm going to go through 4 examples. Okay, so circumference is this distance all the way around the edge. So if I start here, it's the measurement all the way around the edge. Okay, that's what we need to find. So we can do it 2 ways. I'm going to show you both ways. So I'm going to just split this down in half. You don't have to do both ways. You can pick which one you would like to do. Okay, so the one piece of information that we've been given is that the diameter is 10 millimeters. So I can write that D for diameter is 10 millimeters. Well, we've got a formula involving D to work out circumference. So C equals pi times D. That's our formula that we've been given. So we know pi is just a number that we can use on our calculator, times D is 10. And I can just type that in my calculator. So using a calculator like this, you can press shift, this button down here, because the pi is in yellow. So pi comes up on the screen, times 10 equals 10 pi. So that obviously isn't going to help us with 2 decimal places. We would know 10 pi because 10 lots of pi is 10 pi. Okay, we could do that if we didn't have a calculator. Because it says 2 decimal places, it wants us to use a calculator. So 31.4159265. I'm going to write it all out first, okay, just in case that I make a rounding error. And then when it says 2 decimal places, 31 point, the 5 makes the 1 round up, so it's 42. Okay, my units, circumference is a length, so it stays as millimeters. Okay, and the other method, if diameter is 10 millimeters, then radius is half my diameter, which is 5 millimeters. Okay, so we know that our formula for circumference involving r is 2 times pi times r. So we can just write 2 times pi times, we know r is 5. You can put that in your calculator, you get exactly the same answer. So 2 times shift pi times 5, 10 pi. You can press the S arrow D button again, and it's exactly the same answer. And then 2 decimal places and units. Okay, so there's the 2 formulae that we could use. We've got C equals pi times D and C equals 2 times pi times r. So we could use either of those to work out the circumference. Okay, this next one underneath, we've been given the radius. So I can say r is equal to 7 centimeters. Now I'm not going to use both this time. I'm just going to use the one involving r because I've been given the radius. So C equals 2 times pi times r. 2 stays the same, pi stays the same. R we know is 7. I can just type that in my calculator. So 2 times shift pi button down here times r is 7 equals 14 pi, which makes sense because it's 2 lots of 7 is 14, so we've got 14 pi. And then I can press the S arrow D button, which gives me 43.98229715, and underneath 43.9, 2 makes 8 stay the same, so 98, and my units are centimeters because it's a length. Okay, so you can see I'm lining up my equal signs. It looks really kind of professional, and this is going to get me as many marks as I could possibly get in my GCSEs. It's going to kind of show the examiner that I can put my maths in a really formal way. Okay, so this next question, I would copy the circle down. So it's 14 meters is our diameter. So D is equal to 14 meters. The formula that has D in, is C equals pi times D. The pi stays the same and D is 14. So I can just type that in my calculator. So pi, shift, and then this button down here, times 14 equals 14 pi, and then we've got to press the S arrow D button, which is 43.98229715, underneath to 2 decimal places. 2 makes the 8 stay the same. My units are meters. Okay, and this last one, got a circle with a radius of 12 millimeters, so I know R is equal to 12 millimeters. So C equals 2 times pi times R. We know the 2 stays the same, the pi stays the same, and the R is 12 because that's our radius. We can then just type that in our calculator. So 2 times shift pi button times 12 equals 24 pi. Press the S arrow D button, which gives us 75.3982239. We said 2 decimal places, so 75 point, the 8 makes the 9 round up, so 40 to 2 decimal places, and our units are millimeters. Okay, so there's the 4 examples. You can use the other formula each time. You could have found the diameter and used the other formula. It doesn't matter which formula you use as long as you're using the correct value that they've given you in the question. So if you want to use the one involving radius, you need to make sure you're using the radius. If you want to use the one involving diameter, you need to actually use the value for diameter.